Hello, Trev here. Just see if we are streaming. A little bit of a different vlog sort of thoughts today. I'm going to talk about Universal Studios and Merlin attractions. So I've been into theme parks for a long time, and in fact, although I don't do much content about this, that's kind of the videos that I watch the most, sort of theme park worldwide, and kind of that's what I enjoy watching. When I was growing up, I used to go to Alton Towers a lot, and I've just got a Merlin gold pass. You can see the Merlin parks are all of these. Going to go to Alton Towers next week and hopefully do a kind of a little bit of content about Merlin as I go round. Got my Merlin pass here, so I'll talk a little bit about Merlin attractions. But the big news today is that Universal have finalised and confirmed plans for Universal Studios Great Britain in Bedford, and you can see some concept art here. Let me just check that this is still coming through. Yeah. So you can see some concept art of the park. Universal are obviously massive all around the world, and mainly because they link with films. So the ISP, they can do sort of Harry Potter, or they could do, I don't know, Back to the Future, or Super Nintendo. They have all of these kind of copyrights, if you like. So a park like Alton Towers, although Alton Towers is actually bigger than this site, Alton Towers will still be the biggest park in the UK, 550 acres, I think. So this is maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 490 or something like that. Still, it's a humongous park. It'll certainly be the biggest profile park for the world. So if you look at Universal website, so this is hot news at the moment, and it kind of lines up a little bit. You can see some of the plans, you can see proposed infrastructure. It links actually with the train the train line sort of from Oxford to Cambridge, I believe, goes right through, so which is, you know, could be the Cowley branch line. So you know, the Cowley branch line would extend that line, so I could get on a train to this to Universal, as could anyone in Oxford or nearby. But a train from Littlemore to Universal, that would be absolutely amazing. But you can see in terms of the economy, it's big things, £50 billion of economic benefit. And yeah, you can have a little read on that. I'll put a little link in the descriptions when I end this stream. But it's all very exciting for people that like theme parks. But the concept art, if we go into a bit more detail, you can see, if I just zoom in, you've got like a big hotel within the park. So we're going to Alton Towers this weekend, in fact, in a few days, and staying at the Alton Towers resort. And they've got like a sort of splash landings water park, slightly outside the main park, and that's what we're used to. So this is actually inside the park. So if you were staying here, and also Universal parks are open all year round, so we've got something that would attract people all year round. You can see there's a couple of little roller coasters here. So the big yeah, that looks like it's got an indoor section and sort of a big spike, so it'll go up, might be the tallest in the UK. And look at that big room, that dark room, for a sort of an indoor, you know, space type theme or something like that. And another roller coaster, this big lake in the middle, looks like that roller coaster perhaps goes into the lake, perhaps a splash lake, and all these sort of little areas as well. You can see, oops, sorry, is it just zoomed out a little bit? But the infrastructure is there, and this is going to create a lot of jobs, and it's going to be very exciting. Due for release, due to be opened in 2031. So 2031 is when this will kind of come to life. But the construction updates, obviously there's lots of people that cover this in far more detail than me, so I would recommend Theme Park Worldwide is my favourite channel of that sort of content. If you want to follow them, and they will cover it all. Digital Dan is another person he's created this sort of vlog called The Field. So currently Bedford is just a field, so you know, every little bit of construction will be covered. I'm not going to cover all of it at all, but I thought I'd just do a little vlog on that. It does link a little bit with what I'm interested in, and just to talk about Merlin a little bit. So I got this this gold pass, which means I can go to any of the attractions. So currently the attractions in the UK are Alton Towers, the Blackpool Tower, Cadbury's World, Chessington World of Adventures, Legoland, and Thorpe Park is probably the biggest one. It also includes Madame Tussauds, Warwick Castle. So, you know, it's something to have a look at if you haven't thought about Merlin. Merlin parks have been under a lot of scrutiny for going downhill quite a lot there. They've cut their entertainment budget for people in the park doing sort of shows and stuff. And yeah, a lot of people who go to parks regularly have been quite critical of Merlin. But, you know, I did buy this park. I haven't had a pass ever before. I thought, you know, I'm going to try and support them a bit. I would like to go to all of the parks that I can. That's the three main ones at the moment: Alton Towers, Thorpe Park and Chessington. And yeah, just to see. Oh, well, I'll try and go to Legoland as well. Maybe find someone with some kids that I can go with. And yeah, once you've got a gold pass, you can pretty much book on virtually any day. You can get a silver pass, which doesn't cover school holidays, but for me that's no use, because that's mainly the time that I can go when I'm not working, is in sort of school holidays. But I can just book and turn up. You get other perks like sort of discounts on, we're staying in the Alton Towers Hotel, you get a discount on that. You also get discounts on food, you get some sort of discounted guest passes, and the big thing about a gold pass is you get free parking. So if you don't get free parking, then you have to pay £10 or whatever it is to park. So I thought I'd just yeah, sort of preempt that content that might be coming sort of next week. I'll do a few things about Alton Towers where we're visiting. If there's any particular ride you want me to sort of have a look at. You can't film on ride, which is probably a good thing, because I'll endeavour to try and strap my action cam somewhere. This is the action cam case, but yeah, I don't think that would be a good idea at all, but I might get some off-ride footage and just little reviews. I have done like one theme park thing, Drayton Manor of the Wave, or yeah, it used to be called Shockwave, but that's the only content so far about theme parks. I wouldn't say that I'm gonna massively get into vlogging about theme parks, but you never know. And like I say, it's the main thing that I watch on YouTube is theme park content. And I love Theme Park Worldwide because they do parks that are that I wouldn't really go to, if you see what I mean. But I can go to the Merlin parks, and they are just on our doorstep. So when Universal opens, the hope is that people will come to the UK, and once they're here to check out Universal, they will, you know, pop across to Alton Towers and pop across to Thorpe Park, you know, to have a look at some of the other things and stay in our hotels and eat food. And it's great for the industry, great for the economy as well. So very in favour of that. That was today, so on the 9th of April 2025. Okay, so enjoy the videos. That's a bit different, but yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.